Hi everyone, Liam here. Here we go, the first Steam Deck beta update of 2023. It's here now, and I'm going to give you a little rundown of what's new. Plus, I have an update on Valve's HDR work, and a way to update your Flatpaks in gaming mode. To begin with, the beta update that's now available, if you wish to try it, head to the System Settings and select Beta from the Updates drop-down box. As a run over what is new, they've fixed a reboot loop when failing to update a broken Steam install. That's something I saw quite a few posts on recently, so it's nice to see some attention there. They changed the new selected launch option reminder to only show on the game page 3 times per user, instead of continuing to show every time you return to the game details page. And they also fixed issues with digital navigation getting stuck on text boxes when using a physical keyboard. The new big picture mode also got numerous updates. This is where when you're using the new big picture mode in desktop mode, as it's now the default. The first thing they did is they fixed an issue viewing the hardware survey webpage after submitting results. Valve also mentioned that they've added an option to turn off controllers when exiting big picture mode, in addition to having an option for controller idle turn off timeout. However, neither of these options actually appear on Steam Deck. They seem to just have copy and pasted some of these notes from the desktop PC Steam Beta announcement. As you can see, neither option is actually there, but if I show you a shot of it on my desktop, the two options are clearly there, so they just seem to have forgotten to put this in. On top of that, Valve also say they implemented Steam controller dongle pairing. They've prevented the new launch option reminder from appearing on top of other UI elements while a game is launching, and user interface digital navigation key repeats are faster. For Steam input, they've added support for the Thrustmaster eSwap Pro controller for Xbox, fixed a long delay at startup when Razer keyboards are connected. They show controller settings in app properties for non-Steam games, fixed a crash with games that use Windows gaming input, and they've done a gyro calibration rework. So calibration calculates an anti-drift value as normal, but also records gyro and accelerometer noise when stationary, so that auto calibration is more discerning. Linux specifically has a fix for an instances of Steam freezing or crashing in desktop mode, and they also fixed closing non-Steam shortcuts via the overlay when 2 or more are running. So in my example here, I have Chrome open, the Bottles installer app open, and the free real-time strategy game Beyond All Reason that I just recently did a video on. They're all open, and as you can see, I can now go into them individually and exit them, and all 3 of them will close and just quit cleanly. So now multitasking actually works properly in gaming mode. So a few nice new additions and a few that aren't actually there properly yet despite being in the changelog, but this is why it's in testing and not in the stable release yet. And I'm sure it won't be long before Valve get the new controller options actually on deck properly. Another thing I'm going to show you today is a really useful plugin for Decky Loader, the plugin system for Steam Deck. But first, a little refresher on how to actually install it. First thing you need to do is to enable developer mode in the system settings. After that, you can scroll down on the left panel and go into developer mode. Scroll down on the right and enable CEF remote debugging. And the Decky Loader team do suggest that you give your deck a reboot now just to ensure it's all sorted. After that, head into desktop mode where you will need to ensure that you actually have a password set, which I have a previous video on that I'm just going to insert here for you now. From there, you need to load up the Plasma menu in the bottom left corner and search for Console, the terminal app. And there, all you do is enter in passwd, and then it will ask you to set the password, and that is quite literally it. Once you've got this password set, you will then be able to do quite literally anything. Okay, so now you have your password sorted, load up a web browser and head to the Decky Loader GitHub page that will be linked in the description. Scroll down to where it says latest release and highlight the terminal command and copy it. Then you can just paste that into the console terminal app, entering in the password you just set, and it will install Decky Loader. Once done, you can reboot into gaming mode and the quick access menu will show the new plugin icon at the bottom. Now, if like me, you constantly forget to actually go into desktop mode and load up Discover to actually update whatever third-party Flatpaks you have installed, in the Decky Loader store, there's a Flatpak update plugin that can make this a whole lot easier. Once installed, you can then use this to check for Flatpak updates and select them individually, or at the bottom, you can select to update them all and it will do it for you without you needing to touch desktop mode just to update. Finally, as an update to the HDR work going on that I mentioned in my recent news flip video, Valve developer Pierre-Louis Griffet also showed off a fun photo of their Steam Deck hooked up to a TV with HDR working. Again though, it's not ready yet, but it seems like when it is ready, you'll be able to have working HDR support with external screens when hooked up to a Steam Deck, which sounds pretty fun. That's it for this video though. Let me know what you think in the comments and I will see you later.